What's going on, beautiful people? This is We Teach AI Art YouTube page where I give AI art tutorials. My name is Orange is AI, and today we're going to talk about one of my favorite image generator platforms. It is called Visual Electric. You can sign up at visualelectric.com, and the reason why I really love this website is because as a photographer, it really gives me images that are really photography based. What do I mean by that? It's images that I wish I have taken or would like to take, and it's like one of the best workflows because it starts you off with a mood board and you're able to really craft really dope images really quick. Let me show you what I mean. Let's dive right into it. Go to visualelectric.com. The link will be in the bio. First thing you're going to see, I have a couple canvases open already, but you probably have to start with a new canvas to be able to see this. You can always kind of rename your canvases to be a whole lot more organized. A lot of programs or platforms now are giving you like mood boards and ways to organize things for different projects. You can always duplicate it. You can copy the link and share it with anybody just in case you want to collaborate or anything. I'm going to kind of show you the program that I have. I have the standard plan here. Kind of see what we are looking at. So I want to show you that I have the standard plan and kind of show you that that's $20 a month. So I also have Midjourney, which is $60 a month. There's so many different platforms out there, but this, in my opinion, at $20 a month is one of the cheapest platforms. So how do I go ahead and start creating art? So let's go ahead and click new canvas here. From here, I love their kind of like, let's say this is like where we put our inputs, because it not only gives you kind of like an idea of like, okay, what do you want to create, but the options to be able to create something are really unique. It kind of gives you some type of like template, so let's say I wanted to just go with photography. Oh, it's actually on photography already. So let's say grandmother wearing a sports jacket, and it also gives you kind of like some help in regards to what it could potentially look like. So a grandmother wearing a sports jacket from the 90s, I like that. A grandmother wearing a sports jacket in a basketball court, I'm gonna put on a basketball court, and I don't want to make it too complicated. Here are volts, and this gives you an idea of how many images that you want to generate because you're going to be using your volts per month anyway. So let's say I wanted to just simply do 2 because I want to get a good difference of what it will look like. Usually when I'm creating stuff on social media, I am creating it in portrait mode. So I'm going to put it in 3x4, and I love the visual here of like what's clear, like 9x6, 1x1, landscape, widescreen, all that good stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. It's pretty quick as well, probably no longer than Midjourney or Creo or anything else that you may use. One thing I did notice with Visual Electric is it's very strict in regards to famous people. Like if I wanted to create like an image of Oprah or Donald Trump, it's not going to let you do that. So this right here is dope. I love how realistic it looks, from the wrinkles to the basketball court. I love the depth of field in the back, so it's like almost like I shot it with a 24x70, probably 1.8 lens, got the blurry background here. And I love that I can also build on this, on the right side. So if I wanted to add a border here, if I wanted to be like, hey, you know what? I really like this this image, but I want to give it a nice white border. I can do that and adjust the color, then the border size. So I have to manually put that. So let's say we want to do a border of like 15. So that way we have a nice border around it. Let's say I wanted to kind of change some elements to the actual person. Let's say make the jacket orange. So and we could decide how many we want. Let's just do one because we're just really doing this for demonstration purposes. And you see how when it generates, it's going to generate to the right side because it recognizes that this is going to be similar to this. Versus if I were to create something totally different, grandfather wearing cool shades. Let's say in a rock band. Oh, rehearsal studio. I love that. I'm going to change the vibe of the person just a little bit. All right, dope. So we have our person here. We have the African grandfather wearing the cool shades in a rock band's rehearsal room. Maybe it's in a rehearsal room. I don't really see the rock band elements. Maybe I need to actually put some instruments on him, but just look how realistic this looks. You know, it looked like somebody that actually took a picture of him. You know, this is AI, so we still kind of get the weirdness with the hands, and you know, there's ways we could kind of prompt against that. Even let's kind of just, you know, do that now. Let's say his hands is in his pockets. Okay, perfect. So let's kind of go up here where we changed our blue jacket to an orange jacket. Now keep in mind, you know, the face doesn't stay consistent or anything like that, but if it's something that you just really want to just create a one-off image, this is something that you can do. There's other like programs and platforms to kind of help you keep a consistent face. I know that's a lot of that's people's kind of like thing, is try to stay consistent with things, but it's something that, you know, we can definitely talk about in future. But you know, in regards to being able to use Visual Electric and being able to use it the way we want, this is kind of what it gives us. So right here we have glasses, white hair, hands in pockets. So I just love that you can kind of prompt for these things. One thing that I love to do is go into the inspiration page here and just kind of just go through what it's giving me, so that way I can be like, hey, you know what, I want to you know, be inspired by something and be able to kind of build off of that inspiration. You know, this is AI, this is template based. Don't feel like you have to always kind of create things from scratch. So that's why this is here. So I'm going to add that to Canvas and we're going to start creating. So off rip, you see that we have a horizontal framework here. I want to make that portrait because now I want to make some modifications to this. So what I want to do is I want to copy the prompt here. So let's see what we got here. We got create 12 visually distinct artistic portraits representing the 12 brand archetypes. Each archetype should have their own unique atmosphere. It's airy style, 16:9 aspect ratio. I want to remix that. I'm pressing remix here, and the prompt automatically appears here. So the first thing I want to do is I want to make it portrait, and I want to introduce something new for you guys, and that's going to be color templates. With the color templates, we can see like what the different color palette is, and it may or may not work in regards to the prompt that I have, but I'm gonna give it like more of a brown type, cream type of color template. So I'm going to modify this just a little bit, and we are going to We don't want it to be 12 different ones. And this is all about remixing and making things different and template based. So we can always make modifications to this. So featuring diverse individuals in the natural expressive way. We're gonna take all of that out, and I'm gonna say teenager wearing glasses. I'm gonna say a hipster teenager. And we have it at portrait mode. Let's change this from airy to, let's say we want to go for more of a moody look, and we'll see what it gives us. Looks like I put one image, so it's just going to give me one image. So it's going to only use one of my votes. You can always go back to history of things that we've worked on before. These are some stuff that, if you look to the left side, this is just some stuff that I've worked on before. You can look at the inspiration page just in case you want to still kind of get some inspiration. And then we have the layers, and if I wanted to adjust the different layers instead of just kind of just simply clicking it, I can as well. So let's say we wanted to build off of this hipster teenager. I'm gonna change this to let's go ahead and remix this again. Hipster teenager wearing glasses, and keep in mind of the color palette as well. So see, it's a little bit more of a more moody brown. Hipster teenager, let's say African hipster teenager, let's say Black and Asian. Hipster female wearing glasses, soft balance lighting, and bam. So gonna get something in regards to a little bit different, but you see how it kind of puts it in its own row here. Now if I wanted to simply just change this and be like, okay, make him a female. I should probably have said make it a female, but to the right, because I'm remixing this particularly, you're gonna see how similar the elements are. So we're gonna do the same thing here. Make him a, let me say make it a male, and we're gonna see how it changes. So I said make it a male. Now we have a female version, hipster glasses, same type of shirt, versus if I was to run the prompt again, now I have a whole different feel. But if I were to remix that prompt, now we have a similar version, you see? So many different things that you can do. Now let's say I wanted to remix this because I like this color in the background, which these are way different than what this is. But let's say I wanted to create a similar version of this. So I'm gonna simply just remix it or add a prompt to it. Let's say make an elderly Australian man. For some reason, I just like making content of like elderly people for some reason. So that way you can see that this is just going to be a remix of this. And depending on the styles and you know what you're looking for and what you're going for, you can definitely make some really some cool things. So it looks like because we still have the create 12 visually distinct artistic portraits, that's kind of like why we're getting this. So let's say we want to just take that out and see what we get here. So, well, not sure what happened there, but you get the idea of being able to create different things. So let's say make her a male. Let's just see what happens if we just simply say make her a male. If it's going to give me the 12 visually distinct things. It could be they use this prompt and only one of them came out, but if it's going to try to give me multiple people, it's not necessarily what I want. Maybe I could just simply just say create one, say, yep. So, and even this, like, I love the fact that it gives me so many different really good looking photos. So let's say make only one person. So we're gonna try that again. We're gonna, you know, none of this stuff is going to be situations to where it's like it's gonna work every single time. What you do, you're going to have to, you know, do it a couple different times. Sometimes it may take 8 to 12 iterations for you to find one thing that you like. So, all right. So I said, make this person basically a male and make it just one person, and it did it. So it still has a hipster hat. So it's just different things that you can do. I really like just the idea of being able to build upon this. So let's say make an Asian, let's say African American male. Okay. And then we're gonna build on that just a little bit more. Make an African American female. I'm going to build on that, wait the time that it takes, and there you go. You still got the same color consistency, and that's one thing I really like is the style consistency. So the face isn't necessarily the same, but the style is very consistent. So there's different things that you can do with that. So made her into a hipster teenager, male hipster, teenage girl wearing glasses, and you can see what type of prompt it is here as it's changing, and you can make modifications based on that. An African American hipster teenager, let's say hipster, oh, I think I deleted it. See if we could do an undo here. Let's go to canvases. As you see, we got the canvases here. Let's go back to history. See if we're able to make modifications to that. And that I am not certain of. But that's why we're doing what we're doing. We want to make sure that we are kind of experimenting. And here we are, African American hipster grandmother. Oh, yeah, little bit of a little kerfuffle, but we're making it work. So African American grandmother. Okay, looks like we have to. All right. All right, dope. So let's go right back into the inspiration page and let's try to create one more thing. Okay, so let's go back into the inspiration page and let's see if we could get some more inspiration. So let's go to the inspo here. So many different things that we can do. Let's go ahead, select. Let's say we want to go ahead and create that, add to canvas. And this is the, looks like this is the photography. This is the film look, photography film. What I love to do when I'm working on these type of things is to simply keep the same vibe going. So let's say we want to make a, make him a grandfather. Let's say older version. African grandfather, and bam. let's say we want to also say make a African, whoops, African grandmother. Not sure why he got to have the iPhone, but spell grandmother wrong. But let's see if it still kind of gets what we're looking for. So love that. Love this. Same type of shirt. It's almost like it's like a reverse of the shirt. But there's just so many different things that you can do. Even if you wanted to simply just reframe it. Let's say we wanted to reframe. We wanted to make it horizontal. We can. Love it. Now there's a reason why iPhone is still keep coming up here. Okay, so in the original prompt, a scene showcasing an African grandmother positioned to the side holding an iPhone prominently in the position. Let's say we wanted to remix that, and let's take off this iPhone because that is super distracting, and I don't know why it has to be an iPhone 14. Positioned. Okay, perfect. So let's go there, and it's going to create me a whole nother row, so that way we can then build off of, and we can build off of that prompt versus having to worry about the prompt with the iPhone. So there's just so many different things that we can do, and this is more so what I was looking for. So okay, dope. So that was us getting started in Visual Electric. If you have any questions about the platform, about the program, please comment below. Let me know your thoughts. I would love to be able to work on more videos for you guys using Visual Electric. And until next time, y'all. Peace.